Hello and welcome to part 8 of this video series. Imagine you are flying to an airport and entering the control zone. You have radio contact with the air traffic controllers. But then you suddenly lose the radio connection to the ground station. This leads us directly to the topic of this video. Today we want to look together at signals in aviation. These signals are used in aviation when there is no radio connection or as an additional security. They are standardized and regulated uniformly worldwide to avoid misunderstandings. Let's start in general with signals that an aircraft can receive in the air. As can be seen in this example, there is a constant green light. This signals to the pilot in the air, clear to land. The pilot is therefore allowed to land and has received clearance. If, as here, the light is not permanently green but keeps going on and off, it is a green flashing light. This means that the pilot should continue his approach, or if he has moved away to wait, he should return to landing. This means that the pilot is permitted to enter the circuit and can prepare for landing. After the signal, a green steady light follows as the final landing clearance. The red steady light, shown here, means that the pilot should continue the circuit, but another aircraft has priority. The pilot must of course pay particular attention to other traffic here. Here we see a red flashing light. This means the opposite of the green steady light, and therefore logically means landing is prohibited. The approach must be aborted immediately and the aircraft must not land as the airfield is currently unusable. A white flashing light, shown here, is a request for the pilot to land at the airport and taxi to the apron. This does not of course include clearance to land and taxi, which must be awaited separately via light signals. The here shown red star is intended to represent any use of pyrotechnics by the tower. In such a case, the pilot should not land at this time, regardless of all previous instructions and clearance. Let's now look at the second part of the light signals, which are very similar to the previous ones, but not for aircraft in the air, but on the ground. The first signal is also a steady green light, which is intended to signal to the pilot that takeoff is cleared. Here we see a green flashing light, which indicates taxi clearance. With pure light signals, since communication via radio is not possible, the pilot must look for himself where he wants to taxi and which taxiway he wants to use. This applies to take off and after landing. Of course, he should pay particular attention to other vehicles and aircraft. The red steady light, shown here, means stop, so the pilot should stop the aircraft immediately. After stopping, the pilot must hold his position until further signals appear. A red flashing light means that the pilot should leave the runway immediately, as there is most likely other traffic approaching. The white flashing light, shown here, is the last type of light signal and means that the pilot should return to his starting point on the airfield, for example, to his initial parking position or the fuel station. Yes, thank you for watching and I will see you in the next part. I would be very happy if you can appreciate my work of these videos by subscribing this channel. If you have any further questions, please post them into the comments and I will try to help you. Thank you and goodbye.